Alright, welcome back for Minute 20. I'm Brian.
I'm Richard.
And this is I Love You 3000 Minutes, the podcast that traveled back in time, Infinity Gauntlet style, to rewatch the entire Infinity Saga. From Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man Far From Home. We're on Minute 20 of Iron Man 1, and I just want to say before we get into it, that this guy was originally going to be the baddie, but then they found this other actor who I first saw in the Star Trek reboot 2009. So I guess he did this first, where he's the captain of the first ship before he gets killed, and Chris Hemsworth, who ends up being Thor, takes over the ship and is Captain T. Kirk. What's his first name?
James
T. Kirk's father. So they ended up having him be the boss of the boss. And I remember watching the trailers, and it made it seem like he got captured, and then their first thing was 24 hours to build this missile. And I was like, how are you going to give a guy 24 hours to build a whole missile?
Mm-hmm.
But in the context of the movie, obviously, it's different. Mm-hmm. But Richard, what happened in this minute?
Tony Stark is still trying to get his bearings. He hears a slam on the door. Or no, first he says, "Where are we?" He hears a slam on the door, and the guy comes through, whatever his name. Do you know the name of that?
I don't know the name of the characters.
Vince Janssen? What's the one guy's name?
The guy who helped him is Jensen.
Jensen tells him, "Do as I do." He seems sincere in trying to help him.
Yeah,
help him survive.
Now he's serious. Like his misbehaving could cost Jensen his own life.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's just trying to stay out of trouble. You see how his mood changes as soon as that happens.
Mm-hmm.
We hear banging. He immediately says, "Those are my guns. How did they get my guns?" He tells him that he doesn't remember meeting him. And he's like, "I wouldn't remember anything if I was that drunk, let alone put on a whole presentation and speech about integrated circuits," which I don't know what that is. If you do, feel free to comment it. I will appreciate it. But we know that he is... It's just another hint that his alcohol consumption might be more than we've been seeing it. We've been seeing it pretty fun and manageable. Like, he's not gone to excess, but now we get a hint of...
He's drinking in every scene.
Yeah, but he's still functioning, you know? It's not... You don't... I wouldn't say he blacked out in any of them. He just keeps drinking.
Sure, but people drink to inhibit, so if he's drinking constantly, maybe he's inhibited, yeah.
But, I mean, like, he says he drank to a point where he wouldn't have been able to put on a speech.
Also, I know that people don't always drink to inhibit, but I mean that's one reason people drink.
What do you mean by drink to inhibit? Because I don't know.
Forget about things. If they think about one thing or care about one thing, it's to lower the noise on it.
Gotcha. To quiet the demon in the bottle. The Iron Man run, which deals with his alcoholism.
So this man comes through with his troops. Tony says, "Those are my guns. How did he get my guns?" That's kind of funny because that's what happened with ISIS too. I don't know how these guys got these guns, but that happened with ISIS. They got our guns. They got our weapons.
Got these guns. Plot-wise.
Did I say that?
No, I just said I know how they got their guns. Plot-wise.
Right. Okay.
But he starts translating. He says, it's an honor to meet the most popular
mass murderer in U.S. history. And that's just one thing about perspectives, right? There are some people fighting for ISIS that believe that they're the people from Star Wars. They're just fighting the resistance, right? And they see those...
They are the resistance?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They think they're the good guys in their heads, and that's terrible.
I would hope everyone thinks they're the good guys, even if they're wrong. Because I'd rather it... Are we getting a flood warning?
I think we are.
Yeah, I got my iPad and phone on airplane mode, but that may have been coming from your phone. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Just a second. Oh yeah, it would be a lot more terrifying to me if someone that we all agreed was a bad guy thought they were a bad guy and kept going. Like, no, this is fucked up what I'm doing, but it's so fun. Just that it would make it a little more messed up to me.
You think Hitler might have had a couple of those moments, like maybe this isn't good.
God.
Maybe gassing people. Maybe
I guarantee he didn't doubt himself. I mean, maybe Kim Jong-un doubted himself.
Yeah,
because he was born into a whole fucked up thing where if you falter, you could just die.
Mm-hmm.
Someone would take the power from you. That I could see, but like Hitler, as far as I know, did the Drake thing. We started at the bottom, now we're fucked up. I apologize to everyone who had someone related to that tragedy. My stepdad's family had to flee to Brazil. He was born, and they were very creative with his name. It's Brasilio. So Brasilio. I'm not saying I can say that kind of joke because I have a family member that was affected by it.
I know that. But his name was really Brasilio.
Yeah, they were so creative.
You said that he got creative. Yeah. We flew to Brazil.
My name's Nurembergo. Because I was born on a U.S. Army base in Nuremberg.
Got you. Were you really?
Yeah.
In Nuremberg? Wow.
Yeah. My mom's the first. She was in the Army, first lieutenant. So we end after him saying he's honored, or Jensen translating that, and then him saying something and starting with "je," which I know the word of, but it got cut off, so we don't know the word of what he's saying. But that's the end of that minute. Richard, anything else to be added? They're all carrying guns, obviously, since he said they have my guns, but they're having it more as to keep the power where it should be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
We see that the walls are rock formations that they dug in.
Some of them are like lab metal or something.
Yeah, they added like lights,
gotcha.
Obviously, and doors, but maybe they tunneled in or just found these naturally and then turned different areas into doorways. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool beans. That's minute 20. If there's any details you want to add on any of the minutes,
I just got a really cool thought.
Yeah.
So the rear Humvee in that little convoy was the one with the gunner on it.
Was it?
Yes. And so...
that gunner died, I remember. I remember a gunner being shot at the same time as someone who was using the hood to put their rifle. I commented on it in a previous minute.
Well, yeah, I was wondering if that rear Humvee was able to get away, because that dude's up there to spot. He's up there to look for things, and so I'm wondering if maybe in the last scenes, if there's a signal that they were missing because they were kind of goofing around or whatever.
That is curious because when they reunite, we'll get to it. But he's like, "Next time you ride with me." Mm-hmm. So Rhodes been searching. He's in the helicopter that finds Tony. Mm-hmm. He would not be cool with them pulling a Yui. Mm-hmm. He'd be like, "Get the fuck back there! Mm-hmm. My best friend's there, you son of a bitch." Mm-hmm. So I am curious now how they got in there to take Tony, but Rhodes survived.
Mm-hmm. So just as a little bonus, why don't we scrub backwards and see and just verify where the gunner was, or if there's a gunner on the front and back vehicles?
Like you're like, just for fun.
Yeah,
just for fun.
It is fun.
I'm gonna turn the volume up.
Is that fun? I'm having fun. Because if they nailed that detail, and if there's some sort of incoming radio transmission that they ignored because they were taking a selfie,
no. Like they're not actually with the convoy? Alright, let's go to the convoy.
Okay, so...
Alright,
that's the rear.
Well, I don't know if that's the rear.
It was a rear.
There's one
on the front and one on the back, okay.
I don't know if that's the... Let me see all the... One,
front,
two,
middle,
three.
back.
We're not...
They didn't show the back gunner yet.
Like, that could be... This one's open. And that could be the back, but there could be one behind them, so I don't know. Let's see what the explosions... Where that happens. Alright, so the first one is blown up. Or the second one. No gunner.
He was in the second one, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't.
He was in the front one?
Tony was not.
Okay,
And
so
Rhodes
Tony
was not in the
Tony
front
would
one.
either be in the middle one or the back one, because he wasn't in the front one.
My watch. Flash flood warning till 10:15.
Beautiful.
Alright, so the gunner in the first one, which was out, is somehow inside during the explosion. And there are two more behind that blown up one, at least. So there's Tony and then the fourth one.
That was in front of Tony's vehicle, so that
so-
would make it seem like he was in the back vehicle.
So
but
Tony was in the third one.
Okay, but he told Rhodes to take the one behind him.
Yeah, so there's four.
Oh,
Tony's in
there's
the third
four.
one. The fourth one has a gunner.
I thought there was only three.
But then what I was saying is that during all this chaos, there is a shot of... Where is it? No, it must have been... Alright. We're going through. There's a gunner.
Mm-hmm.
See, right here. The gunner...
That's someone trying to take up the gunner.
That's the first one. Okay, never mind. That was the first vehicle that had the gunner and the person using the hood for their rifle die.
Do we have
not the fourth one.
Do we have visual evidence that there's 4 vehicles?
Yeah. Well, it looks like there's 5.
In that shot, yeah. Okay. It's a big old convoy. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's 5 in the first shot, but all the other shots are kind of like 4 or 3 in one shot.
I want to see one more thing.
This minute 20 is running long.
I mean, you can edit it. You can edit it out.
You're going through minutes. You gotta hit play and then pause to be able to scrub through 1 minute. No, you can't. Not like
How
that.
do I pause?
You either tap down here or hit that pause button.
Okay. I forgot what I was looking for, Brian. Hit the play. I am so bad.
What are you looking for, Richard?
I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot.
We'll do this in minute 21.
Okay. Okay.
Which you might find... Did you find what you were looking for?
No.
Okay.
So.
I might have much less facial hair because this is getting frustrating in this quarantine.
And warm.
Thank you so much. We'll be back in Minute Blackjack.
I'm Richard.
I'm Brian.
You got an army?
We've got a podcast. This was much more aggressive if you're watching on video.
I liked it.
Ooh. You like the aggression? Okay.
Probably.